Hello students, we are going to learn operations on fractions part 3, that is multiplication. We have already learned addition and subtraction of fractions. Also how to plot the fractions on a number line. So today let's learn multiplication of fractions and enjoy it. Multiplication of whole numbers into whole numbers. Whole numbers begin with the number 0, 1, 2, 3, so on, and it extends to infinity. You already know how to multiply whole numbers. Let me begin with reminding you what exactly is multiplication. Multiplication means multiple addition. Okay, the real meaning of multiplication is adding any number multiple times. Okay, so that is multiplication. You already know how to multiply different numbers by using tables. Right now let's take an example of whole numbers where you have 2 and 3 multiplied together. Okay, now here I can also say as 2 is multiplied 3 times, or there is multiple addition of 2. Okay, 2 is added how many times? 3 times. That means 2 is multiplied by 3. Or it can be 3 multiplied 2 times, or multiple addition of 3 2 times. So that gives you 6. We proceed to multiplication of whole numbers and fractions. So right now you have 2 upon 3, which is a fraction, multiplied by a whole number, that is 4. So to multiply a fraction into whole number, let us see what is multiplication again. Multiplication means addition multiple times, right? So I am going to take this fraction 2 upon 3. Okay, I've got a fraction 2 upon 3, and this particular 2 upon 3 will be added 4 times. So it is multiplied by 4. So what we do is add the fraction 2 upon 3 4 times. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 times. So after adding, what do we see? This is the first part, second part, third part, fourth part, fifth part, sixth part, seventh and eighth part. So total how many colored parts we get? 8 parts. So what will be my numerator? 8. And how many parts this fraction is divided into? 3 parts. So what do I get as my answer? 8 upon 3. So this is diagrammatic representation how we can multiply a fraction into a whole number. Multiplication of fractions into fractions. Look at the example I have over here. I have 4 upon 5 multiplied by 2 upon 5. So, because I have got both the fractions, I am going to represent both of them in fraction form. So, the first fraction I will be representing here. I have got total how many parts? 5 parts. So 4 upon 5. So 5 is the denominator. So 5 parts and 4 parts are colored. Multiplied by 2 upon 5. So 2 colored parts out of total 5 parts. Okay. You can see the difference. This is shown vertically. This is shown horizontally. This will help us to get our answer. Because when we coincide both these fractions together, both these units together, what do I get? when both these units coincide with each other, the number of parts which are formed. You can see over here how many parts are formed vertically. We had, you can see vertical 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 parts we had. And horizontally also we had 5 parts. So 5 and 5 rows and 5 columns will give me together 25. Right? So total number of parts what I see over here is 25. Then what else do you see? See the shaded portion which has coincided with each other. This part, this dark colored part, shaded part. So how many parts are coinciding here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So what is my answer? 8 upon the total number of parts, that is 25. So 8 upon 25 is my answer. Let's see another example here. 1 upon 9 multiplied by 2 upon 7. Now 1 upon 9 I have represented vertically, so I have got 9 parts and one part is shaded because one part out of total 9. And here I have got horizontal 7 parts. Okay, this unit 2 upon 7. So 7 is the denominator. So 7 equal parts. Out of how many parts are shaded? 2 parts are shaded. Okay. So when we coincide or overlap them on each other, how many parts are we going to get? So here 9 vertical and 7 horizontal. So total we are going to get 7 into 9 is 63. So if we sit and count all the parts, we'll get 63 parts, out of which you can see only 2 parts are coinciding, okay, or overlapping, or you can say the shaded part over here, dark colored part. So that is 2 is the numerator because only 2 parts of this particular fractions which is over here, this part and this part is coinciding. So what is the answer we get is 2 upon the total number of parts is 63. Correct? So we are going to get 2 upon 63 as our answer. So let's see how to solve this mathematically. Okay. Now I have got examples here. We are going to multiply a fraction 4 upon 5. Okay, multiplied by a whole number, that is 6. So let's see how to multiply this mathematically using the rules. So whenever we have two fractions 4 upon 5 multiplied by 6 is a whole number, but 6 will go in the numerator and we'll be writing 1 in the denominator. So here while multiplying, just multiplying numerator into numerator and denominator into denominator. So 5 multiplied by 1. So what do you get? 4 6 are 24 upon 5 1s are 5. Okay. So this was a very simple example. Now here we are going to solve practice set 12. Okay. So let's take some simple examples. I'll be taking few examples, okay, and you will be solving the similar sums. So I won't be taking all the examples. I've taken example number 1 where you have got 7 upon 5 multiplied by 1 upon 4. Okay, here whenever you have got both the fractions, just multiply the numerator into numerator and denominator into denominator, whatever it is. So I am writing 7 into 1 upon 5 multiplied by 4 by putting a common fraction bar. Okay. Now 7 1s are 7 and 5 4s are 20. So it's very simple to solve the multiplication of fractions. Let's go to the next second example. We'll take 6 upon 7 multiplied by 2 upon 5. So again, draw a common fraction bar. 6 multiplied by 2, 7 multiplied by 5. Okay, so multiply numerator into numerator. 6 2s are 12 upon 7 5s are 35. So that is your answer. Now we'll take the sixth example, okay, from practice set 12. So sixth example I'm going to take because it is little bit different from the earlier two sums. So 9 upon 7 multiplied by 7 upon 8. Whenever you have similar numbers, you can cross cancel them. So I am writing numerator into numerator. 9 into 7 upon 7 into 8. Whichever tables are multiples, you can cross cancel them. So your 7 and 7 come in the table of 7. Okay, so I am going to cancel them. 7 1s are 7, 7 1s are 7. So what is left now in the numerator? I have 9 left multiplied by 1 upon 1 left multiplied by 8. So what will be my answer? 9 1s are 9 upon 1 into 8 is 8. So that's my answer. Let's go to the eighth example we'll move towards. 6 upon 17 multiplied by 3 upon 2. So let's write common fraction bar. 6 multiplied by 3, that is numerator into numerator, denominator into denominator. So 17 multiplied by 2. Okay, you can see 2 and 6 are multiples of each other. So 2 and 6, they come in which table? Table of 2. So I am going to, you know that 2 3s are 6. So I am going to cancel 2 and 6. Okay, let's write 2 1s are 2. 2 how many times? 6. 2 3s are 6. So I am writing 3 over here. So what is the leftover part? 3 multiplied by 3. Okay, and in the denominator you have 17 multiplied by 1. So which gives you 3 3s are 9, 17 1s are 17. So that's my answer. So whenever two numbers are divisible, like they are multiple of each other, you can always cross cancel them. I hope you all have followed, children. And please solve practice set 12 looking at these examples which are solved in this video. Thank you.